Funding for theatre has reached a point where traditional grants are no longer enough. I spoke to the team behind Youth in Flames about their upcoming trip to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
The Fringe is obviously like the biggest collection of theatre. It goes up every year. It's super famous. And I think for us and for other plays, it's crucial because it's a space where you have so many people come to discover new writing, new stories, and new voices, other stuff that's not been heard before.
Youth in Flames is a one-woman show about trying to understand the recent protests in Hong Kong, whilst being from a place of privilege and the ability to leave. I spoke to Mimi Minton, performer and writer of the play, about the challenges they're facing in funding in taking a show to Edinburgh.
Yeah, it's also just like the hidden costs, like rehearsal rooms where, you don't, I added like a 10% like contingency cost. I left area for that, for room to breathe. When you're like, oh, we'll just throw in an extra rehearsal room, get an extra 3 hours in, you're like, okay, cool. And then it all adds up, working 4 jobs to try and stay on top of these things. I know I'm not going to make any money out of this. But I know if I put on something that I'm proud of and that has stayed true to what my story is, then I've done my job.
I then spoke to Katie Devi, development manager at the Orange Tree Theatre in Richmond, to find out how theatres themselves were coping.
The main issue is there are more and more places needing funding and less funding to give. Yeah. So, especially with trust and foundation fundraising, the amount of places applying is increasing and the amount of money to be given is decreasing, which is why a lot of places are moving towards the individual giving model of support. There is less funding from elsewhere. No matter if we sold every single seat for every single production, we still wouldn't make enough money to cover everything that we do here in terms of our output, not just our shows, but our community output as well. We're really central to this theatre's ethos is accessibility.
Oscar Glynn, Southwest Londoner.